Hey, welcome to Backyard Woodworking. Today we got another joint. Say you want to build a frame for a door or whatever, just like the other joint, the half lap we did in the last video. Here's another way of doing the same thing. You got yourself a sheet of plywood here. You're going to make a little panel for your door. Well, you can't use a Dado Blade because this stuff probably isn't the right thickness for what your normal Dado blades are. Because you can have a 1/8 blade, and then the next thing you put in, the next blade would go into another 1/8. Unless you've got a different Dado set that'll do millimeters, you're kind of out of luck. So what I do is, as you say, you sneak up on it. You cut your piece to fit what you're going to use. Now, if I was going to use, say, this 2x4 that's been ripped down, this is a little wider than this. I put this on the table, you feel it's a lot wider, but I could still use that. I can make my groove here to fit the panel in. Because you're going to have 4 pieces of wood all the way around, and your panel's going to slide down in it, like so. So, what I do is find the center. I know this is 3/4 thick, because I measured it. 1/2 of 3/4 is 3/8. I use my gauge here. I set mine to 3/8 on the nose, took a pencil, and drew a line down here. Now I take my fence, and I set it so that I'm not quite in the center. I set the depth, the height of the blade, the depth I want for my groove. If I want a 3/8 deep groove, 3/8 high on the blade. If you want 5/16 a quarter, up to you. I just, for demonstration purpose, I set this to 1/4. That's a pretty common height anyway, 1/4 to 3/8. A lot of people will use that height for a panel. So we're going to have to cut the groove first. The reason why you want to always cut the groove first, so you can fit the groove to your panel. The tenon is the easiest part. It's getting the panel to fit in your grooves. So what you do, run it through, and you want to swap ends. Run it through again, that will center your groove. Check your panel. See where you are. More than likely you should be tight, it won't fit. Bump the fence, check to fit again, do the same operation, end for end. Just be aware that if you're going to take an 1/8 of an inch off one side, you're going to end up taking some off the other too, so don't go too much, just a little bit at a time. So sneak up on it. So the first thing you're going to have to do though is run, say you're going to make 4 doors. Cut all the pieces for all your doors at one time. Run them all through once. Then flip them end for end, run them all through again. And every time you move your fence, run them all through. Good to make a test piece too. So then after you got the setting right, then bingo, then run them all through, and bingo, you're right on the mark, and your panels, if your wood's all the same, use the same piece of plywood, it should be the same, your panels will all fit nice, and here we go. So let me give you a quick demonstration of how I do it. Line her up. run this one too, because we're not there yet. There we go. Perfect. Yep, she did. All right, now I got my grooves. As you see, I can put my panel in. And everything will line up perfectly. Now, being your rails fit on the inside, this would be like this, your style here, the rail on the top. We need to make up a tenon. And it's got to be that deep. So I got my tenon here. Oh, heck, I got this saw set for, I don't know what it was. It's a little deeper than I thought it was. But I'm just doing a demonstration anyway. But at any rate, I'm going to need to make a tenon as deep as that. So I set my gauge like that. Now I'm going to have my tenons going to be just as the width that I got my fence right there. And what I'm going to need to do is set my blade height. So I can show you here to the height of the side here. Now, the depth, that should pretty much be right on to the height of my groove. You get that right about like, bingo. That'll do it. Now that's about the height of my groove. No measuring, but use the piece to measure. Now, whichever's the rail, it doesn't matter here, this is only a demonstration. But I got to make it the depth. There's my depth. Right? I can move my fence. Right here. And what we're going to do here is nibble this away. So we're going to take our board here, our good old-fashioned. Now, by doing this, like that, I'll start nibbling this away. So you can see, right down there. It's just a hair off of that piece. I'll show you up to the camera there. Kind of a lot better. There we go. That's what we're looking for. Tongue fits in there. Your panel will fit in here. And you put 4 of these together. You don't glue your panel normally, but you can put dab of glue on this kind of a panel because it's plywood. Alright, well I hope this helps out you guys a little bit on the stub tenon. Now you can do this, use this for frame and panel construction. As you see your stile sitting up here, we go like so, and it's kind of hard to hold this and do that. And this goes here like so. You just glue this in like that, and you get a nice joint. On the side, you're just going to see a little bit of where that is. When you sand that down, it's a very acceptable joint for edge of a door. A lot of doors are made that way, cabinet doors. And you can, if you want, you can round these edges, keep them square. That's up to you. But that's a stub tenon. If you like what you see, please subscribe, hit the like button, leave a comment, and thanks for watching Backyard Woodworking. Bye for now.